5. I'm Chief Meteorologist Efren Afonte. Again, we continue to track Tropical Storm Idalia. Right now you can see there is a lot of rain that's been coming out of this now tropical storm as it makes its way through the Palmetto State. It's still just west of Savannah, but even though it's a lot of rain, the still thing we're watching is we still do have its track that'll make it through the Palmetto State all the way into tomorrow morning, still as a tropical storm. And the reason why that is a concern is that we still do have tropical storm warnings for not only most of our Midland communities, but pretty much everybody along and south of I-20 right down to the coastline of the Palmetto State. Now, all indications as far as tropical wind likelihood, we're still talking about pretty much everyone south of I-20, but of course, the closer you get towards the coast, the very likelihood, if not definite, that you're going to be dealing with tropical storm winds of at least 40 miles an hour or more, and that does include portions of our extreme southern and southeastern Midlands. And in addition to that, obviously there's going to be a lot of rain. We haven't gotten to the scope yet of how much rain we've gotten or we're about to get. That's why a flood watch is in effect for all of the Midlands and just about everybody except the extreme northwestern portions of the upstate. There is still a great concern that most of the Midlands and a good portion of the low country and all the Grand Strand is going to be dealing with very heavy rainfall totals by the time all of this is done. Now, we already have a flood advisory for Orangeburg, covers Orangeburg, Bamberg, and Barnwell, but for Orangeburg County, it extends all the way into central and east central portions of Calhoun County. So pretty much along Burke Highway, straight down St. Matthews, until you cross over to the county line, along and east of I-26 in Orangeburg, all the way to Santee, and then crossing over from Norway and all the way down towards the Bamberg-Carleton County line. This flood advisory will continue until 8:15 tonight. There's been a ton of rain coming through. There's still a lot of ton of rain coming through still, and we've already started to scope in the areas that we've gotten almost 3 inches of rainfall in the southern portions of the Midlands. But the rain is not the only thing. Corey, we've got rain and we've got a lot of wind to still contend with.
That's right, Efren. We've been tracking the threat of some wind here across the Midlands. Let's take a look at the current wind gusts here across the state and see what we're looking at right now. Currently, winds gusting 22 miles per hour in Columbia, 26 in Sumter, 43 in St. Matthews, and 28 in Orangeburg across the state, around 20 to 30 miles per hour. But that's going to increase over the next couple of hours. Taking a look at our forecast model, these are the gusts. So we talked about sustained winds earlier, but you can see as we move this model forward, those dark blues are tropical storm wind gusts that we are expecting here in the Midlands. So that's going to include Richland, Lexington, Orangeburg, Calhoun, Sumter, Lee, and Clarendon counties that we're seeing at least gusts of 35, 45, 55 miles per hour. And that could cause some sporadic power outages as you go throughout the night. This is 10:30, starting to work towards the eastern portions of the Midlands, so Clarendon, Sumter, and Lee counties. And we're starting to wind things down right around midnight with that wind threat really starting to at least dry out as well. As you'll see here on the forecast model, here's how things are going to move throughout the night. This is 7 p.m. Still seeing some pretty heavy rain in the viewing area, but it's going to work from west to east that we're going to dry things out. So 9 p.m. starting to see that back edge of Idalia pushing through the Midlands. By 11 to 12 o'clock, we're starting to dry things out. As you go into the overnight, we can't rule out some stray showers, but the bulk of that heavy rainfall that could cause flooding should start to move out of the area. So some good news, I think, for your Thursday. We're going to see some sunshine potentially as we go into the afternoon. So at least the loose timeline of things going forward. Heavy rainfall, flooding possible tonight with those windy conditions. As you go into overnight, some rain possible for sunshine moves back in the forecast. And the good news is sunshine sticking around as you go throughout the rest of the week into your Labor Day weekend.